The world stood at a precipice in the early 20th century. Tensions were boiling globally. The Treaty of Versailles in 1919 sowed the seeds of discontent in post-World War I Germany. Economic hardships gripped Germany, fueling anger and a desire for change and retribution. In the East, Japan's ambitions grew as it sought to expand its territories in Asia. The League of Nations, despite its intention, failed to maintain peace and order. 1936 saw Germany's bold move, remilitarizing the Rhineland, as the world stood by silently. 1939, the invasion of Poland by Germany marked the official start of World War II. In response, Britain and France declared war on Germany. The world plunged into conflict. The Blitzkrieg strategy led to rapid Nazi victories across Europe, spreading fear. The Battle of Britain was a pivotal air campaign that prevented a Nazi invasion of the UK. In the East, Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941 thrust the U.S. into the conflict. The U.S. entry into the war marked a major turning point with its vast resources and manpower. Soviet Russia bore the brunt of early attacks, but rallied during the harsh winter of 1941. The Holocaust unfolded, a horrific genocide orchestrated by the Nazi regime against Jews. Resistance movements rose across Europe, fighting back against Axis occupation. Operation Barbarossa began, the largest invasion in history, targeting the Soviet Union. The Allied powers began coordinating their strategy aimed at liberating Nazi-occupied lands. The North African campaign saw intense battles, with Rommel's tactics legendary yet futile. D-Day in 1944 marked a significant Allied invasion that began the liberation of Western Europe. The Battle of the Bulge was Germany's last major offensive, ultimately repelled by the Allies. In the Pacific, decisive battles like Midway turned the tide against Japan's expansion. Island hopping strategies by the U.S. led to recapturing territories from Japanese control. Germany faced fierce resistance as the Allies closed in from all sides, including the Soviet advance. Hitler's regime crumbled. Berlin was captured in a final, ferocious battle. In May 1945, Victory in Europe Day marked the unconditional surrender of Nazi Germany. In the Pacific, the U.S. employed new strategies to force Japan's surrender. The atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki triggered Japan's surrender in August 1945. The world witnessed unprecedented destruction and loss of life during World War II. The Nuremberg trials marked a historic effort to hold war criminals accountable. The United Nations was formed in 1945, aiming for global peace and cooperation. Nations were reborn from ashes. Rebuilding became the primary focus post-war. World War II caused geopolitical shifts, including the rise of the United States and Soviet Union as superpowers. The Iron Curtain descended, dividing East and West, symbolizing ideological divide. Technological and medical advances emerged, driven by wartime innovations and research. Social changes also transformed societies, fostering a newfound drive for equality and rights. The Marshall Plan epitomized the drive for European economic recovery and cooperation. Throughout it all, memories of war spurred global generations to strive for lasting peace. War memorials and museums serve as constant reminders of the sacrifices made by millions. World War II remains a pivotal chapter in humankind's history, shaping modern geopolitics. Educational efforts ensure newer generations remember the lessons learned from the war. Arts and media continually reflect on the narratives from World War II experiences. Personal accounts highlight the resilience of individuals who lived through the war. Global alliances and treaties were redrawn, constantly evolving from World War II legacies. Key lessons highlight the devastating impact of unchecked aggression and totalitarian regimes. Continued diplomacy seeks to identify and resolve conflicts before they escalate. World War II has been studied extensively to prevent history from repeating itself. The war's vast human cost emphasizes the importance of global harmony and understanding. Understanding WWII's causes and consequences fosters deeper international cooperation today. Memorials encourage reflection on peace and remembrance of those who perished. The lessons from World War II serve as a guiding star for future prevention of global conflicts. Global peace remains the ultimate tribute to those who experienced World War II's horrors. These powerful narratives remind us of the enduring quest for a better, peaceful world. Let us honor the past to ensure a safer, more harmonious future for humanity worldwide. World War II's legacy calls us to action, peace, unity, and understanding for generations.